7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Hello, and welcome to Depraved Indifference to Intelligent Life, my little vlog thingy. I mentioned in the last one I'm going to be trying to do this a little more regularly, so I'm going to see if I can't manage to knock one of these out a week, just to kind of talk about stuff. In general, there's usually some stuff that I could probably dig up to talk about. This week I'd like to talk to you about guilty pleasures, because I have them, everybody has them. Guilty pleasures are those things that you like, that you probably shouldn't, that some people are like, oh, that's too mainstream, or oh, why do you like that? That's so horrible. And there's some things that I have that fall into that niche. So let's get started and talk about some guilty pleasures. Mine in particular. First off is the Law and Order series. Pretty much all of them. Chong chong. Yeah, I've always loved the Law and Order series. I used to watch it on television so much, working on collecting it all on DVD because they're fantastic. I know there's like so many of them now. There's like the original series and the SVU and the Criminal Intent, and how after so long it's become this weird, like strange show with like mastermind villains and going on. It can get pretty bizarre in how they do things. But I don't know. I like it. I like the realism of it as much as the unrealism and the surrealism that goes on in this show, in all of the different ones. It's a fascinating little procedural, that crime drama. I just fell in love with it. I'm a big fan of crime drama. I've got the Law and Orders and the Criminal Minds and the CSI. CSI is probably another guilty pleasure. I haven't watched it in so long, and I haven't checked out CSI Cyber yet, but one of these days I'll get around to it. One of these days. So it's a fun little show. Law and Order is. Another little series that I have is the Final Destination films. Those films. They are a guilty pleasure of mine, because while they are kind of stupid, and the situations that these people get themselves in, uh, it is fascinating to me for a movie, like a slasher horror movie, to have no actual central villain other than death itself, and that simply the world is like conspiring against these people to kill them, as things like impossibly, almost Rube Goldberg like, in how these things fall into place to kill these people. Uh, it's such a stupid show, but I love it. And the deaths get like increasingly gory and whatnot, and all kinds of stuff that just makes me go, ooh, God, no. But it's fantastic. Absolutely, I love everything about it. What else is one of my guilty pleasures? Anime. Well, that's not really a guilty pleasure, but in specific, shoujo anime is a bit of a guilty pleasure of mine. I've got all of Cardcaptor Sakura subtitled, because the English, I found out early on when they were doing that, the English version was like cutting out episodes and stuff, and I'm like, no, I want to see the whole thing. I've got Sister Princess up there on my shelves. Over there, what else do I have? Magic Users Club, um, Fruits Basket. I've got that. I've got a little show called I My Me Strawberry Eggs, which is really interesting and fun. I got Angelic Layer over there from Clamp. I've got a few things from Clamp up on my anime shelves in there. But just Sailor Moon, that's another one too. Shows aimed at that the target audience is basically young girls. For some reason, I really like them. It's quite fun. So that's a bit of a guilty pleasure of mine. What else is a guilty pleasure of mine? 90s action movies. Just the really cheesy ones. Like Lethal Weapon, Die Hard. Oh God, the Die Hard movies. And Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Don't get me started on that. Uh, but the Die Hard movies that are like just increasingly cheesy as they go on. Lethal Weapon, I loved those ones. Uh, Rush Hour, the three Rush Hour movies. Even though not exactly, I don't think 90s, maybe late 90s. Um, Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan. Oh, love Jackie Chan movies as well. Uh, any of those ones are pretty good. But all of those like just cheesy out there action movies, I really loved. I enjoy watching them. Just the popcorn flicks that you can just put in and just watch things blow up. Just amazing. Um, MacGyver, the old television series, the old MacGyver, Richard Dean Anderson. I absolutely loved that show. Used to watch it all the time when I was younger. I need to get around to picking up the full set of MacGyver because it's pretty cool. Uh, just the absolute strangeness with which he's just like, I'm gonna put together some chewing gum and a couple paper clips and a piece of string and save the day. It's just absolutely bizarre. Like even the movies that they've done. They did a couple movies, one of which where he basically took the cover off a nuclear bomb by using a tennis racket and three screwdrivers to makeshift a wrench to open this up. Absolutely, just ridiculous stuff like that. I find myself loving. Um, what else? Visual novels. The dating sim visual novels. I know there's people out there that are like, that's porn for lonely people. And yeah, and it doesn't matter? No. Because visual novels have this wonderful little you get a lot of not just like puzzle elements and having to kind of figure out what to say to basically get your relationship up with whatever girl, um, if it is that type of a visual novel, the dating sim kind, but also the uh, the other visual novels as well, where it's really just a story that you're going through and you're picking the right particular choices to advance the story one way or the other. It's that puzzle of picking what to say, what to do at certain points, kind of like a choose your own adventure book. And I used to read those as a kid too, and really liked them. Uh, so yeah, that's one of my guilty pleasures there. I do like those. I've had a couple of them. One of which I talked about in a previous You Should Be Reading. I talked about some visual novels as well because they are books in their own right, even though you do choose your way through them. I know there's plenty out there on Steam to find. I've played a couple of them. Uh, so yeah, those are quite fun as well. I do enjoy those. Those are some of my guilty pleasures. Um, what other guilty pleasures do I have? Can't really think of too many more other than that off the top of my head. So maybe I will do another episode of guilty pleasures sometime in the future once I think of a few more. But I'll leave this episode here. As always, thank you all so much for watching. If you like what I'm doing, please give that like button a tap. Give that subscribe button a tap as well if you haven't already, so you can be kept apprised of when I do new videos. Usually try and get at least one video a week, if not more. And throw a comment in the comment section. What are your guilty pleasures? Tell me. Tell me all your dirty little secrets so that I can blackmail you in the future, maybe. No, I wouldn't do that. I'm too nice. But what are your guilty pleasures? Let me know. Let's get a discussion going. I'd love to talk to some people. And until next time, my friends, you all take care, and I'll see you around.